We are here today in New York during Climate Week and the UN General Assembly, coming together with CEOs and executives from all walks of life to hear directly from them on how they can help to create sustainable impact through their businesses. Procter & Gamble's products are household names. Their brands are known, trusted, and used every day in millions of homes by millions of people. Virginie Elias is P&G's Chief Sustainability Officer. Paul Beeman, nice to meet you.
Virginie Elias, pleasure to meet you.
Wonderful. And it's that up-close and personal relationship with their consumers that is driving the company's growing commitment to sustainability and saving money. You've been in town for how long?
So since Thursday evening.
Thursday. You came from Cincinnati.
I came from 2 weeks in Cincinnati.
What was in Cincinnati?
So it's our global headquarters.
Procter & I did not know that. Leading this iconic company's global sustainability strategies. I'm going to talk with her about her personal mission to build not only better business practices, but better products, and how success and sustainability are the keys to build a better future for all of us. So Virginie, how is Climate Week treating you so far?
Has been intense, 2.5 days that feel like 2 weeks.
Right.
But absolutely amazing. 600 events. Obviously, I didn't go to all of them, but met amazing people, some of our partners, some of our peer startups. Had the opportunity to speak with some of our partners and on stage and share our stories and also share our challenges and struggles, but very, very productive.
Well, that's what this is about, bringing people together to exchange ideas and move the ball forward. But you mentioned stories. Tell me your story. How did you arrive where you are at P&G? Tell me about your background in ESG.
I have a bit of an unusual one. I started with P&G in 1988 to do marketing. And I did that for many years. 1988, 2018, I was named the first Chief Sustainability Officer at P&G. Now sustainability is a business mandate. It was declared by our CEO in 2021 when he took office as one of the 4 strategic priorities that we need to double down on to strengthen the execution of our overall integrated business strategy. So it's linked to our innovation process, brand building process. It's part of our financial planning process.
Right. I mean, when you talk about culture change, that's in many ways, that's either the last piece or a piece that sort of makes it all come together, because you can change the science, you can change how you're manufacturing things. If people don't understand that this is part of a holistic approach, then it's not going to be sustainable.
Absolutely.
Right.
It has to be integrated. We call it built in, not bolted on.
P&G is obviously a massive global company. I think everyone in the world has touched your products at one point or another. Tell me how your partners are involved in this process.
They are very much involved on everything we do because it's all about innovation at the core of it, and we don't innovate on our own. So we innovate with our partner. Actually, the way we look at our sustainability strategy, I used to take the analogy of a tree. So first there is the trunk, no trunk, no tree. So that's our first priority, and it's reducing our footprint in our own operation and supply chain. Then the branches are kind of our innovation efforts that branch out to consumers to enable them to reduce their footprint. And then the roots connect with other trees to make a stronger organism. And that's us partnering with others, to achieve the scale that is needed for a full industry system transformation.
Sure. and that's very parallel to scope 1, scope 2, scope 3. It's just, it starts at the center with the company itself, then the energy it buys, and then the downstream, all throughout the value chain.
I'll share a few examples, and maybe we'll start with what we control 100%. So we have this goal, to reduce our scope 1, 2, and 3 all the way to net zero by 2040, which is ambitious. And so on that, a few examples. So this is Head and Shoulders' new Bare shampoo.
Bare, okay.
Only 9 ingredients. And that compares to the 23, 25 that most shampoos have.
I was going to say that I bet that's a short ingredient list on the back.
Absolutely, and you have it, and we explain actually exactly what they are and what they do. So full transparency. Only 9 ingredients here, and the bottle contains 45% less plastic. That's huge.
Yeah.
That makes it very light.
It's almost half of the bottle.
That's very, very light. And it allows us to, when you use it, when you are done, to roll it up like your toothpaste so you get the last drop of anti-dandruff protection.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So that are examples of really reducing our material usage. Another one, you may be familiar with this, the Vicks,
Sure.
you know. So that's a blister that is non-recyclable.
Right. Yeah.
So the innovation here is ultra-concentrated liquid tap, 25% smaller, much easier to swallow, and a recyclable bottle. You know, and what you may notice here is that we call this irresistibly superior and more sustainable. Irresistibly superior, that's why people will buy it, and we make it more sustainable as we make it more irresistible.
Right.
We need to do performance and sustainability. We need to lead with performance and have sustainability embedded as part of it, so that even people who don't want to change their lifestyle, they will buy our product because they are irresistibly superior at the job to be done. And then when they use them the way they are intended to be used, then they will reduce their footprint. And so I'm going to give you a few examples, maybe the dishwasher one with the Cascade one.
Cascade. Okay.
Yeah, so did you know, Paul, that your sink uses 24 gallons of water for a full load of dishes, while your dishwasher, when it's energy certified dishwasher, uses only 4 gallons of water for a full load.
Wow. I think most people would assume it takes much more to use the dishwasher than it does to do them by hand in the sink.
So that's the contrary. You can actually save water and energy by using the dishwasher. We've calculated it's about 100 gallons of water a week for average household. You know? What many people do is they pre-rinse and then they put it. But Cascade, this formula, Cascade Platinum Plus, has enzymes basically that break down the food particle without needing the pre-rinse.
Right.
And we have a very sophisticated research now that is called Connected Homes Consumer Research. And it's basically a panel of consented consumers we learn from to really understand their actual usage and behaviors related to our product.
Right.
And
so you field test these with real people.
Exactly, real people. And we've realized that people generally overclaim their usage of dishwasher. Actually, 20% of them never use their dishwasher. They have one, they never use it. Because, to your point, they have this perception that it uses more water and energy, you know, which is not.
So they think they're making the environmentally sound choice, but actually it would be better to use the machine.
So that's why, on top of innovation like this one, we need a lot of education.
Right.
On Tide, you can actually, still today, when you turn from hot to cold on your washing machine cycle, you can save up to 90% energy. You know, and this is why 90%. This is why we've been innovating and communicating on the benefit of washing in cold for decades. And it's not just the planet; it's your clothes for the clothes longevity. You know, we know that. It's your wallet. You know, a year washing in cold versus hot, it's $150 saving. You know, and so it adds up. Our goal is by 2030 that 75% of all loads are done in cold. That would be 27 million tons of CO2 avoided.
Wait, what? Just by reducing the temperature that people wash their clothes
From hot to cold, if they have 75% of the loads across the country done in cold, that's the equivalent of powering New York and San Francisco for an entire year.
That's extraordinary. Yes. I mean, that's the scale.
Exactly.
Yeah, the scale that a company like Procter & Gamble is. I mean, I have a friend who talks about moving the needle, right? Yeah. This is the kind of thing that just swings the needle in a way that people would never expect.
Yes. Tide Evo, that's probably the most revolutionary laundry innovation. It has been a decade in research and development. And it's 100% concentrated ingredients woven together in this soft tile form. It's zero water, no filler, no plastic bottle, obviously.
Right.
And only great cleaning, great performance.
Got it, sure.
Because we don't compromise on the performance. That's irresistible superiority that is more sustainable.
Right. I know for my part, being a New Yorker, I would much rather carry that home from the grocery store.
Much lighter. You don't have the water to carry. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this is where, I was going to say where the rubber meets the road, but this is where the detergent meets the laundry. This is where people actually see what this means to
Yes.
their day-to-day lives,
Yes.
the things that they need.
And performance is not a plus, is really a must. And we call sustainability an amplifier of superiority. That's the way we go about it.
It's a force multiplier. Exactly.
Yes, absolutely.
Interesting.
Yes.
But these are things people can understand because they use them every day.
Yes, absolutely. And then, and that's maybe why we are here in Climate Week,
Right.
It's most of the low-hanging fruits, have been taken already.
Right.
Now we are up to the net zero goals, really difficult, and this is why we can't solve this alone. And this is what we call our roots, is how do you partner with others to achieve that scale, that is needed to transform the system. And so we are doing this on all our priorities, on climate, on waste, on water, on nature.
Right.
One that is very also linked to innovation is we are founding partners of the 50-liter Home Coalition.
Okay.
So the 50-liter Home Coalition, it's with Kohler, Electrolux, IKEA, and many other private public organizations along the water and energy value chain. And the goal is to innovate for a low carbon, low water future. So that 50 liter per person per day, which is seen as the sustainable level of water,
Okay.
feels like 500 liter. And today, an average American uses 300 liter.
I was going to say, I'm sure Americans are using...
5% per day.
Wow.
And we need to get to 50 liter,
Right.
It's just, very tangible. You link innovation with value chain partnership. That is extremely important. That has been a
Right.
key theme in New York at Climate Week, is how do you innovate across your value chain?
Right. And everything from the water that's coming into your factories, as you say, as the water that's
Absolutely.
being used.
Absolutely.
And then the water that people are sending out the
got it.
pipes to their home when they're done with it.
Absolutely.
Right.
We touch every single point on this water flow, yes.
Fascinating. Well, this is really sort of an end-to-end conversation. Virginie, thank you so much. This has been absolutely terrific.
Welcome, Paul. It was a pleasure.
Procter & Gamble household products are in millions of kitchens, bathrooms, and laundry rooms all around the world. They're the things that people use as part of their everyday lives, things like soap and shampoo and dishwashing detergent. And it's that close connection with the consumer that's at the core of what I just heard from Virginie, that P&G is focused not only on making a positive impact by reducing the company's own energy, water, and carbon footprint, but by helping consumers do the same thing, cutting their own electricity and water bills, saving money without sacrificing quality, sustainably.